Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the most treacherous, most fabulous Catch Trader Queens channel. I'm your host, Stephen, and I'm joined tonight by Miss Kenzie. How are we doing? And we are recapping episode 6 of the Traitors US season 3. How did you feel about the episode, Kenzie? Yeah.
I gotta think back. It's been like a week.
It was. I thought it was. I just watched it again, like just finished, and it was entertaining. But we'll get through it. Maybe
it's probably the most entertaining. Well, this is more entertaining than all the other seasons combined for me.
It's different. I mean, every season has been different. So I'll keep it coming. I'll take that. But if you are new to the channel, be sure that you subscribe, and to everyone currently watching, smash that like. Help your people out. And let's say hi to everyone in the chat. Hi, Miranda. Hey, Sophie Dophy. Okay, you thought the episode was awesome. Bozilla. Hey, Bubco. Oh, we appreciate that. So.
I look haggard and exhausted and all that. We got up at 5 this morning, drove 5 hours for the funeral, and we're there for the whole thing, and then drove 5 hours back. So I've had like an hour sleep. So,
well, thank you for making it tonight. We appreciate that, and sorry
of
for
course. Y'all my family. And if we missed out on this, then we would have had to do it on Thursday. And you and I both know that we would not get to doing a recap of this episode because we would have been too busy talking about the new episode. So it's easier to get it in, get it done.
Get it done. Okay, hey Ben. You're lucky I had a late exam tonight, or else I'd be ZZZZ. Oh, you got a good bedtime.
Hi, Ben.
Thoughts and prayers.
Are we really at the halfway point, though? I don't think we're at the halfway point yet.
I think we actually are, because there's 12 episodes, and I'm not even sure if that includes the reunion. I think it might.
Really, 12? Holy shit!
I know it's I don't know. I think it actually is. It is a good thing to have the first 3 episodes like out immediately, so that it doesn't get stale of like week to week. I think don't let it last too long, because my God, people should take a page out of their book. But okay, so the episode, or do you have any thoughts right now about anything Traitors? Like what you got? What you got?
We need we are in desperate need of Cerie Fields to have a Traitors 101 training class or seminar or something for these reality stars, so that they can sit down and learn how to play this fucking game.
I mean, I think there's always going to be multiple ways to play it. More like just to be, I guess a way to be a traitor, yeah. And it's just I hope that Traitors learns from this and doesn't make the CBS like reality people, like the gamers, the traitors, like the only traitors. Like it's kind of wild to me that they're the only traitors.
Yeah. I
guess I don't know if when they pick them, they think that it's going to give for better reality competition TV because they can do something, but it's turning legends into non-legends.
I mean, so far isn't really there's only been like I guess one Bravo person. Well, not 2, because Kate was a traitor last season, and then so those are the only 2 Bravo people. It's always been CBS people that's been
right. Like just because one, like Phaedra was a traitor once.
I mean, and Phaedra was an okay traitor, you know. I don't know.
She would have gone on. It would have been totally different without Dan, but that's another season.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think the problem is if you're going to have they need to look at the personality types. So I think the problem they had here was if it had been Bob and Danielle and Carolyn, I think we would have had the Traitors maybe make it a little bit further than they did. Bringing in Boston Rob and putting him and Bob there together. Boston Rob was looking for any reason to turn on him at any moment whatsoever. And it was just, he needed to get him out. So, I feel like that was probably where the season took for me. I mean, it didn't take a downturn. It's been fun to watch, and especially the fallout of it. But I think that was Boston Rob's kind of his demise in the game, because now most everyone is talking his name.
See, I haven't minded the banishments, but I've hated the murders.
Yeah, the banishments have been fun.
The banishments have been great, but the murders, it's like every single time, I'm like, what are we doing here? And I can't believe that Bob H was like, he just, we'll get to that, but
well, we are to that. That was the start of the episode.
Was that?
That's the first thing that happened.
Well, no, they're still in.
So they're
still in the turret, and
girl,
and like Danielle's Danielle says, I thought this was so funny. She's like, this is like a family. She's like, this is like a family, and Carolyn goes, is it? And Danielle tries to say like she'll make it right tomorrow. I'm like, how can you make it right? Like, I don't know if that's possible for her.
What should happen was Danielle should have said, okay, you're right. I'm sorry. Here's what I did. Here's what I'm going to do to make it right. Because the next day, Danielle isn't doing anything. I mean, she is trying, but Carolyn has been getting more information. And so it's not, and so she's thinking, okay, Danielle's still going around doing this. No, Danielle was just trying to, get her feet put back under her.
But I mean, she really was trying to get, like, she needed to plant seeds to get Carolyn out so she can get somebody else to take Boston Rob out. I'm like, you don't need a traitor to help you do that. You just get the faithfuls to do it. What?
Yeah. Well, but at the same time, also, I think she was going about it the wrong way. Like, I think she's thinking, okay, they're both survivors, so neither of them going to work with me. I can't trust them. I think she's wanting to try to get. I'm thinking she's going to try to get one of them out so that she can probably try to get Derek and his traitor.
And I think she wants to murder. I think she wants
to. Who better to bring in? Because everyone thinks that Derek is faithful because of, his cop stuff. So who better to bring in as a traitor than someone like Derek?
Oh my God. I think you are right, but I don't think that's the way, like, that's not needed to get Rob out. Like, you could have just gotten 3 more people to vote with you at the round table, and he would have been gone, or it would have been a tie at least. Rosilla said, leave my Sam alone. He's there for eye candy.
Is he still there?
Yes.
Girl.
And I think the only thing I heard him say, he said that he hates brownies. And he says too much chocolate. And then at the end of the episode, he said, Wes. There was no explanation. It was just Wes.
Oh, that's right. He is on it because we get shower scenes of him. That's the only reason.
Was Abracadabra good? You haven't listened. You must see the video ASAP. It is a banger.
I think we need to revoke your gay card.
I think we might. I'm gonna hold it for a little bit, okay, Ben? I can't believe I'm agreeing with Sophie Dofi on this. Sophie Dofi says this episode actually makes me like Derek a lot more than I did when he played Big Brother. I couldn't believe I was actually finding myself like liking him. I mean, not the person, but I'm like, he's actually like, I mean, he was cutting people, like telling Tom Sandoval to wrap it up. We got things on the table. We got things to do. Like, I like how he's going about it.
Again, though, this season is going to go down as the season of how you don't play the traitors. It's a good season. It's fun. We're like sitting on the edges of our seats. Everything. I'm cussing every single week at the TV, like, fuck, no. You know. But when you have a bunch of, okay, I got to be very careful here in tiptoe because I like to say things the way that they are instead of tiptoeing, and then that blows me up. When you have individuals such as the Bambies, or what's left of them, and women who are pissed off or feel uncomfortable about you as a man, the worst thing in the world that you could do is to tell them to get the fuck over it, or I get your Wes, I get your blah, blah, blah. I get you're right. You are right, Wes. You are right. I will say that. The first time you will ever hear me, Mackenzie, say that Wes was right. I hate him. Boo. You're right, but you're wrong. You know, because no matter what, Derek could have come out there and they could have laid out cold red, like, here's the evidence, picture proof. Foster Rob's a traitor, and they were going to vote against West.
I will say that I thought that, well, I like Boston Rob more this episode and Derek more this episode. I cannot believe that, but I thought that
I agree.
They were both. I feel like that is how you like conduct a round table. Like there's like this against this, and to where the people are truly listening to every single. They're like, well, I thought this argument was stronger. Like that was interesting because they actually had, it was like, okay, here's the arguments, and this is what XYZ why.
Ben said, "You're right, but you're wrong." It's very Jelly Lindsay Cody. I mean, everything, but it's right. It's right. But it's right. But it's wrong.
Wait. The West Goodbye is what we saw him do on Rivals 3. I don't think I recall what he did on Rivals 3, but I did. I guess he thought he wasn't villainous on House of Villains enough, but he needed to keep that name, and he gave him a fuck all you guys, which I did love. I loved. Like, why not? Yeah, you got me out. You were wrong. You didn't listen to me. You're dumb. Fuck all you.
He wasn't villainous enough on the House of Villains. He wasn't villainous enough on Worst Cooks. Yeah, he's just. Yeah. I don't know. I'm all about somebody being delusional and, having delusions of grandeur, because I myself have that. However, I'm not going to be delusional and go on TV and like call out like something that's just the ugliest thing about me and be like the most glorious thing in America. Bitch, please. Like,
I'm sorry, what?
He said the most glorious red beard in America, and stuff like that. I'm like, no, and before anybody comes, I fucking love ginger. Like, ginger dick is the best tasting dick you will ever have in the world. But
oh my gosh, this is so funny. Did you watch BB Over the Top?
Yes.
Okay, Ben says, oh my God, the fuck you guys at the end was so cornbread BBOTT coded. I was like, welcome, gingerbread.
Girl. And the look, like, if looks could have killed, the look that Rochelle and the Mamies and all the rest of them gave were like, you mean he's right? He is just playing a game?
Well, hell, yeah.
Yeah, girl.
No, I mean, if I was being banished because they thought I was like aggressive, well, yeah, you want it, here it is. Be aggressive.
I think we've realized what they need to do to keep making the season. What's making this season so interesting is not so much. Well, I mean, their gameplay a little bit, but how much they're willing to sacrifice for a fucking shield.
Yeah, facts. Like,
they would take the entire pot and say, okay, you've got $100,000 in the pot. They would sell that pot for $100,000 just for a shield in this game.
I want to know how much money they're even at right now.
I think they're at.
What is it? What is it that they say in the beginning? Like they could win up to how much? How much is it for Traitors? I'm blanking. Like what's the max?
It doesn't. I think it's at. I don't think it's or maybe $250,000.
Is it 250?
Yeah, 250,000, up to 250,000 is what it says on. Let's see. Traitors US season 3.
Yeah, we really did see though. Just after rewatching it, I noticed a couple more things, and it's interesting to see where some people lie. Like I was shocked about Brittany. Like it looks like Brittany, Boston Rob, Dylan have like a thing.
Earlier, I said about Ivor. Hold on, let me scroll up. Let's find it real quick. Oh yeah, here it is. About what Brittany said at breakfast about Ivar. If he got murdered, it would be one less person to make tea for, or something like that.
I see. Oh my god. I guess it makes sense, but I hate. No, actually, no. Okay, it doesn't make sense. I take that back. It doesn't make sense. Why are they keeping like Sam and Ivar? Like, why they will never be banished? That like what's not clicking, Tiffany? Like they will never be banished. They're too much of a faithful. Like there's no chance in hell that anyone would ever have a majority of the vote.
Yeah. Thank you, Ben. It's giving haphazard. I slept in the car all the way back home. Yeah, I think honestly for the two of them, there's just been more. There's been larger targets because their gameplay has been so fucking messy that they keep having to clean up after themselves by killing people that probably they could have waited, till later on in the game to kill. So in this instance, being a floater or being in the middle or being irrelevant is actually a good thing.
I guess, but it's just like
I could see at this point Sam and Ivar walking away and winning this game, winning the money.
And that no chance. We cannot have that. Absolutely not. That would not be good TV.
I don't want to see that. That would piss me off. But at this point,
they've got. I need them to wake up and realize, like, hey, don't you want the show to do well? Like, wake up. Like, we want the personalities here. Stop getting rid of them. Hold up on that.
Banished Tom already? You mean Sweat of all? That's his
name. I love the edit that he's getting. It is so funny. Like he's like the bozo.
Yeah, but okay. You know what he's coming across as?
What?
You and I both been in the clubs, and we've been around that friend that tweaked a little bit too much.
That what? A little too much?
It's done a little bit too much tweaking.
Okay.
And they're starting to tweak.
Yeah. No, he looks. I swear he wasn't.
Hanging out with that trick in your hotel room, and you're in the middle of having sex, and then he stops and gets up and goes and peeks out the window. Allegedly.
I don't recall him ever being like this on Vanderpump. I mean,
because he had access to shit. He's over there with no access, so he's starting to
Well, I'm like, is it that, or does he have his addies? Because, I don't know. Well, I don't know. Maybe not, because the way he was eating, absolutely not. He would never be eating like that.
That's like the eating, the sweating, the freaking out over dumb shit, and seeing pathways every single place. Like, come
on. Sophie says Bob Harper wasn't that entertaining though. I wouldn't. He was entertaining a different way. I'd like that he spoke the fuck up. Like he was. I mean, he literally called Boston Rob out, and then he gets murdered. That right there.
To me, he's a better player than Sam and Ivar and all these others that are
a lot of people.
To me, right now, he's a better player than Brittany. Sorry, he is.
So Brittany said on her, she has a Patreon podcast. She's like recapping the episodes, and I really want to buy it just so I can watch because I love Brittany and I want to get the tea. But apparently on the first episode, she said that she clocked Danielle as a traitor early on. But I think she's doing exactly what Sandra did, and with Parvati, that's her traitor angel.
But I mean, why if she knew? I think, and if that's the case, I mean, because it's easy for her to sit here and say that now,
No, but I mean, but she also said, I just want y'all to know that that we
But
cannot.
I mean, if that's the case, though, one thing is it's easy for to say that right now, but that's smart if that's the case. Because why would you and I, we're on here, and let's say we got cast on that for some god awful reason. They're like, oh, we're going to use podcast show host.
Traitors New Zealand.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, Steven's a fucking mall. I'm going to be like, girl, I don't know who it is. I think it's, and I'm going to be pointing at other people and always be wrong. So then Steven can run his happy little ass and say, Mackenzie's a stupid dumb bitch. She don't know shit. She's over here thinking, she thinking it's Wes or it's Tom Sandoval or it's, we good. We safe there.
I mean, the same thing happened with Janelle and Dan too. Like Janelle clocked, she had clocked him like right after the first mission. Because I mean, but Brittany said, she was like, I can tell you all, you cannot blame it on the edit for Danielle. It is not editing. She really was going around doing crazy shit.
I'm fixing to piss off Ben. Ben's comment, okay, but like, who cares if they're a good player? Brittany getting to the end is all I care about because that equals more Brittany content.
Facts. I don't need just strategy.
We're getting Brittany content.
They finally started adding her in, and I think that she might actually go somewhat far if they started her mid-season because they.
Don't get me wrong, I want her to, but to this point, it's just been the only reason she's getting more content is because, in my opinion, Derek's now like, oh, she's a traitor, and so now they're starting to pull her in a little bit more.
Well, I mean, it is kind of, I guess.
I feel like my prediction is going to be for Thursday night, Brittany's going to be the next go. I feel like, and then they're going to be like, oh shit, we should have gone after Boston Rob.
No, but see, that's why I don't think she will. I don't think Boston and Carolyn have the majority. Like, Carolyn's not. I don't think she's not going to murder one of his allies. I don't think it'll happen. Steven, why don't you, me, and Sophie vote Kenzie at the next round table?
Why, Ben? Why? Because we know you're the traitor. We know you're the traitor.
You're a fucking traitor, bitch.
Girl.
But I agree though. Like, Brittany's not like a Kate Chastain, but it's someone that they might not. I mean, I don't know like what a good player is. You just kind of I don't think there's really unless you're Serene.
I need these, and like here's where I need Derek to sit down and shut the fuck up about Brittany. It's because he cannot sit there and compare her gameplay right now to her gameplay in Big Brother because it's two completely different games. And Big Brother, she's able to go out there and win comps and be a bit and do these things and do what she wants to do because she's moving the pawns. Here, all of you are pawns in two different games. They're honestly playing, a double game of chess. They're playing against the traitors and they're playing against the faithfuls. So, I mean, yeah, you're probably going to be sitting there being quiet going like, how the fuck do I figure this out?
Yeah, I agree. Sophie Dovey would be a crazy faithful.
And Sophie Dovey said, let's scroll up a minute. She said, I could see Brittany be a recruit like Mackenzie said. Mackenzie did not say Brittany would be a recruit for a traitor. I think that would be an awful choice because her name's already out there. They need to recruit someone as a traitor who no one suspects or who everyone swears to God is a faithful.
Bazil said, the more I see these goobers, the more I hope they do something to bring back Dorinda. Period. And yes, congrats to Beyonce. We love Beyonce. I would not like this at all.
From the game because he kept ditching the set.
What would happen if they edited a season where we don't know the traitors? No, this is not the mole. I don't want it. Leave it. I don't want it. Like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. The less we know, the less we know. Like, the game could be whatevered, rigged.
Rigamarth. Yeah, I like it the way it is. Like, I honestly wish we would get a little bit more traitor content because I feel like it's a little bit too easy for them. Like, I don't know. I need them to have like tasks that they have to complete, and if they don't complete a certain amount of tasks, then
I think there's I saw there was talk that there's more like there will be more like tasks, like things to do for the faithfuls. They need something like that. They definitely need to add a little something.
In my opinion, See, if I was a traitor, I would go in there and I would say, okay, I'm going to write everybody's names down on a piece of paper and I'm just going to pull it out and be like, okay, that's what I'm going to do. And make it as random as fucking possible about who's murdered. Because when they target a certain person, that just is just too easily able to be pointed back at you.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Let me go back.
That's what's happening with Boston Rob right now. It's like he's calling all these people out, and that's like, just paying password.
Oh my God. Okay. I was just looking at my notes and I got to circle back to, it was so cringy to watch this scene. Like it's like you could feel the pain in her head when Tom Sandoval was saying to Brittany, "I've got a theory. It's Dolores. It's not. Don't say that. Stop. It's not. Stop.
Just, it's not even breakfast yet. We just had breakfast. I know, but just 5 seconds.
Like, stop. Oh my!
That's what I was saying earlier, that we've all had that one friend who has tweaked a little bit too much, or they start going down this route.
My God!
Like you maybe hooking up with a trick, and you can tell they're tweaking a little bit, and like they're mid pump, and they're like, "Hold up, look, I know it's crazy, and I know there's nothing in the corner over there behind the chair, but I see something over there in the corner behind the chair."
I bet there's been so many more like. What if I did this? Like so many more of his like little isms that got lost in the edit. But my God, I could not imagine. Like that's who.
This is the new Tom Sandoval, and y'all don't kill me for this, but this is the new Tom Sandoval. I'm here for it. I need a whole show of like him just like tweaking out and like coming up with random things that's happening. Like, can you host the after show like? Tom Sandoval's missed sightings.
I want some more. I feel like people won't even like. There is not going to be any like drama with him because everyone looks at him like a bozo. Like I fucking love Dolores even more. This was such a good episode for Dolores. That was so Jersey. Like fucking Tom Sandoval. Like and starting up the round table. I loved her this episode.
She's good. She's turning out to be even better than I thought she would be.
It's like I hate to say it, but I don't think Tom's had a lot of attention in his life.
He's not. It's like he's giving. Mommy was too important to give him the love that he needed, so now he has to act out in inappropriate ways to get love from women.
Mm-hmm. So okay, they did the daily. I don't really remember much of it. Like I don't pay like 1,100% attention to it. But they ended up like rock paper scissoring for shields. I'm like, what the fuck is this trash? I'm like, no. I'm like, we are not doing a rock paper scissors again. Like after that happened in Big Brother or whatever. I can't even remember how. But
Mr. What's his face? Oh God.
Name him.
Dylan. Mr. I'm the rock paper scissors champion. I'm so good at it.
I don't even know. Oh man, who got the shields? I would like to know that. You want to do a quick little research? Because I would like to know.
Let me look up real quick. What was this episode? 6?
6. Yeah, because I need to know who came up. But like what rock paper scissors my ass. I would fight tooth and nail like for a shield. Absolutely not.
Let's see. We got Sears and Shields.
I agree, Sophie. I thought that the daily was pretty challenging. Oh, okay, so Carolyn took the shield away from Tom.
Speaking of shield, the Traitors were facing an interesting conundrum at the turn. Everyone is keeping it secret of who won the shield, but Boston, Rob, Danielle, and Carolyn know if 2 of the 3 winners were based on their groups. That could go either confirm kill, which adds suspicion to their group, or they take a risk by going into the third group, potentially not getting a kill. We're witnessing the shield protecting someone from death before.
Okay, so I didn't realize that it was like secretive between the groups.
Yeah. Because see, each group said, he said, does anyone confirm who got it? And no one said anything.
So who did get it? Name them.
It doesn't say.
I am all for Sheena getting her call for season 4. I love Sheena. What can I say? She reminds me of myself. And I said that shit. Sophie says this season they have been giving away too many shields. Why does it keep them from being both banished and murdered? That's too much safety.
Carolyn swipes hers out from under Tom Sandoval, like the queen that she is, while the other group plays rock, paper, scissors for it in case they all vow to keep their true honors a secret. Dylan got one.
He got the one that West didn't. So there's 3 groups. Okay, so West, Dylan, Carolyn, who else?
True honors.
Kenzie just reading AI at this point.
Now I'm reading an article because AI wasn't helpful. So keep in mind on him. See it. Plus Dylan.
I bet Ramona will get called for season 4. Not the racist hag. No. If there's anyone from Real Houses of New York,
I don't think it was clear. That's the problem. Is it wasn't clear who got it in one of the other. In the second group, it was never clear who really got it because they just
not even to us.
Here, you take it. Yeah, somebody just said, "Here, you take it," and like somebody random just got it.
If anyone in the chat knows anything about if this was announced or not, please let us know because I can't remember.
I feel like Brittany got one then.
I fucking hope so. I sure hope so. So okay. After the daily, I like the way that the second half of the episode really ran. Like Derek tries to set up the plan to like take out Rob. And this scene irritated me when he goes to Ivar and tries to like give him the info, and Homeboy has no fucking clue. He's like, "Are we talking about Boston Rob? Oh, did I say that? Did I do that? Like, hello? Like, what? Yes, you did. Yes.
Of space. And come on, this is the British, like this is the U.S. version. Why is there a British royal? No offense, I love some British royals, but why is a British royal on there?
Well, the UK doesn't use known people. Okay. And maybe it's like, they try to give the US UK traitors to watch. So maybe it's just like, okay, there's a lot of like, it's a big following in the UK. Give them one person because it's bigger in the UK than it is here, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm just
okay. So then this is where Derek comes.
In my opinion, though, we've got the delusional committee who you think they're playing a good game for a minute, and then you just realize that they're just stupid. And for me, that's going to be Dylan. And that's going to be Tom. That's going to be Ivar. And that's going to be, oh God, what's that other bitch's name? Sam. Like those 4 are just growing up and just like.
Like they don't understand the assignment whatsoever.
Now, granted, neither do some of the women.
You're not wrong.
It's how you made me feel. You made me feel invisible. Like you didn't want to listen to what I had to say. And then you spoke up to me. You were mean to me, and you said you call me stupid. I'm stupid.
Okay. So Derek tries to do all of his. He's like tells Danielle tonight's the night. But Danielle says to him like that everyone's saying Wes.
What?
But this roundtable was like almost like 30 minutes long.
It would be.
It was. I mean, this was a really good roundtable. Like it was a little tennis match.
And teach them all how to play and how to be traitors. And Boston Rob needs to come in and teach them how to debate.
I mean, yeah, honestly, that's wild. Boston Rob was probably playing the better traitor game, but I wonder like if everyone who voted to banish Wes tonight, well, what are they just going to switch to Rob? Like, I don't see Brittany or Dylan doing that.
I don't really either, but that's why I said I feel like the ones who voted Rob are probably going to keep going down the Rob train. The ones who voted Wes he may get one or two, but I feel like they're going to go and switch to Brittany. I don't know why. I just feel like she's in danger because Derek's now barking up her tree. And Derek may feel like, okay, I couldn't get Boston Rob out. I didn't have the votes. So we're going to go after the next best thing.
Who's going to do that?
I think Derek will probably leave the charge. He failed on Boston Rob.
To banish her? Oh, that could have been foreshadowing when because he said to her at the end that he thought that she was a traitor or she might be a traitor. I wonder if he could really lead a charge to get.
I mean, think about it. If you just went after one big person and you failed and lost 20 of your allies, are you going to go right back after him again the next round? Or are you going to give it a minute, try to get somebody else, and then lead the charge against them again? You're going to lead the charge against them again, and who's everybody else already saying? They're already saying her name.
I mean, Derek is. Well, and I guess Carolyn did.
Yep.
Okay, round table. I took way too many notes, but Dolores starting it out.
Votes. Who voted?
Oh, yeah. I got the votes.
You got them this time?
What? Yeah, I took notes, baby.
What?
Okay, round table.
Yeah, 7-5-1-1. Yep.
Yeah. Dolores. Well, I could start. There's someone who's been throwing my name around. Tom, go for it. I loved that. And he's just like sitting there with his tail between his legs.
What?
And this was one of the funny.
Was not the look what he gave. It was like anime Scooby-Doo. What?
He's such a like caricature. Yes, I do. Fucking everything. But this was just like. I laughed out loud because this was one of the funniest, like, just reads I've ever heard. When Dolores says, I don't want you to feel nervous when you say this because I don't think it will make any sense. So I'm okay with it.
Girl.
That is hilarious to me.
I mean, nothing he says makes any sense. Like, he's there for the meth head, like, realness. For real. Sam's there for the jump shots of him taking a shower naked, which I mean,
so
girl, Brittany, bravo, girl. You knew. Thank you. Brittany, we're going to thank you for the Sam moment because you're the only reason he's even valid or a thing anymore. And thank you for releasing him to us so that we can enjoy the view.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thanks, B. This whole thing with Tom, like, it just like having like really bad reads and like, I think he just wants to create some like his own like theory of the traitors, and like he just wants people to agree with him and just be like, yeah, you got it. Oh my gosh, you're so right. Like, yeah, your evidence is stacked. Like, let's do it. And he's just like flailing. But this is when I'm like, okay, no, I fuck with Derek right now. But Tom is just that she doesn't go around searching for traitors. And also, hold on. Can we've got too many other things. That was like, it's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, we're not doing this. We're not wasting this time.
And to clarify what we're saying, we fuck with Derek when he is not Big Brother Derek, and he is the Traitors Derek, and he is a faithful the Traitors.
Faithful.
Derek.
See, I swear to God, I'm like, if you're going to take these legends and put them in the castle, make them a faithful. I swear that you could get they could get so much more done and not have to.
And put like the Real Housewives in as, or like, honestly, I would fucking die to, like, I would love it to sit there and watch Crochelle, Miss Bambi, Miss Faithful 101 be a fucking traitor and have to do this shit every day. Like, it would make her almost like be throwing up. Like, that to me would be good TV. Watching her like panic, having to do all this stuff. Please. And watch all of these challenge winners, survivor winners, Big Brother winners sitting there scrambling like scared fucking ducks. Do it one season. Let's see what happens.
Oh, Ben says, Kenzie, stop hating on Chriselle.
I'm not hating on Chriselle. She's on my draft pick, bitch. I love Chriselle. But think about it. We all know how emotional Chriselle is. She does nothing but cry in her season, for good reason, but she also knows how to start the drama. But she's not a mean person. She doesn't like to come across as mean or mean-spirited. So to put her in the role of a traitor, gold, in my opinion. Just saying.
I just think I just didn't understand not one Bravo person. Like, my mind is blown. Like, that is one of the biggest parts of Peacock. Like, hello, what are we doing here?
Yeah. And I'm very glad that they put another RuPaul or Drag Race Universe girl in, and Bob did better than Peppermint. So maybe we can get a few more queens in there.
I think we definitely will.
To see like 2 queens in there at a time.
I don't think they'll do that.
I
don't think the show is woke, but not that woke.
Maybe, but there's so many good ones in there. We're gonna Kenzie your passwords, gamers. Bitch, I'm if anything, I like Bravo Hubs. I'm the one that knew who Chriselle was out of everybody on this cat.
You're a Netflix girly.
Yeah. Yes, I am.
They need to get somebody from the past season of Love Island. Like, absolutely need to. That will draw in a shitload of numbers. So Dolores said something I like, that is,
you know who they need to pull in as Traitor? If they can get her in. You know who they should pull in to be on the Traitors? That would be so fun to watch. Christine Quinn from season 1 of Selling Sunset. That bitch. She gets the fashion, she gets the delusional. She's like, she had the villain in it for the entire time she was on. I mean, she's like a cunt.
Okay, so I'll get it up to.
Yes, where's Tamar's Traitor's Call?
That would be phenomenal. That's a great choice I've yet to see. I think that's a great pick.
And if they put on Frankie Grande, don't put him in as a faithful. Put him in as a fucking traitor. I'm sick and tired of him going to all these shows and trying to be a little Miss Goody Two-Shoes. No, we know you are rotted hoe like the rest of us. We want you to do some rotted hoe shit.
Facts. Okay, so I want to get into Derek's roundtable, because this is what I wrote in parentheses. I'm like, Derek, I liked him more than I have so far. He's literally just spitting out the facts to people. Like, Bob brings up the power move you could have made the next day, and the next day he's murdered. Like, that is such a red flag that I don't know why not one person said anything about that.
Yeah.
But I thought this was like a kind of a baller move, because we don't really see Alan. Like, we don't really see much of Alan at the round table. And Derek said, you guys are, when you denied him access to the castle, you created this monster. And I think this guy right behind me turned him into a traitor. And like points to Alan. I was like, who, me? But I mean, it's like, wow, he has the most accurate fucking read.
Yeah.
But I got to give it up to Rob though too. I've never seen such good defense.
Oh, and I was just thinking, did you see the thing? What was it Brittany said to Sam? Oh, do you have any joy in your life? Because they were eating brownies. He wouldn't eat a brownie.
Yeah, and he said he hates brownies, too much chocolate. Like, what is...
Boy. It's because he likes dick too much.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's because he likes dick too much. Yeah, I mean, and I don't know. To me, it was like, I was rooting for Derek, and I think, oh my God, why am I never in my life thought that you would hear me say I was rooting for Derek. But Derek,
I think it's only because he's right. Like he has it clocked. If this was like, what if it was the reverse and he was doing all of this to someone who was not like to a faithful, like, and he just had a bad hunch, but he was trying to like power this movement. But I think that's why. It's just because he's got it clocked.
And God, Chriselle, I was almost embarrassed now that I picked her on my draft pick because they're going around trying to rally up all the votes. And Chriselle then takes and says, Boston Rob, they're putting your name out there. Bitch. Why? Like, I'm nothing. I mean, I get she's trying, but if I go in there and I was from the Bravo universe or the Netflix universe, and I've seen all seasons of the Traitors, you know who I'm going to go in there and not trust? Anybody from CBS.
Facts.
Not going to happen.
Like they're not under the NBCU like umbrella. Like,
yeah.
Like I would immediately. That's the first people I would. No, definitely the survivors. I would get rid of. That's who I would immediately not trust.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Carolyn was. I think she was a big star at the round table, too. I think she's kind of mothering. I think she is mothering for the season. I think she's got the season. Not on her back. She's not holding on her back, but
because right now no one is even talking. Like people's got Boston Rob's name in their mouth. People has Danielle's name in their mouth, but no one is like eyeballing her.
They're really not. So, I think it's good to be.
And did you look at the Poorest Motor Show or whatever it's called now on Netflix, and where they showed
Wes and Bob?
Yeah, you know who the traitors were.
Yeah,
not surprised by Rob was concerned. Bob was concerned. Bob was surprised by Danielle, but then pissed as fuck about it. But then when it came to her, they were like, "What the fuck?" Like, no idea. And for Wes to say he had no idea. Wes usually says, "Well, I had a clue."
I just realized that Boston Rob out-bobbed everyone because starting there was Bob, Rob, Robin, and now there's just Rob. They got rid of Bob, and Rob. Ben.
I mean, somebody said that. Was it Frank or Josh that said Boston Rob's going to come in and get rid of all the bees? Somebody said that our first
might have been me.
It could have been you.
I need the receipts, proofs, timeline, screenshots. But no, I thought Carolyn was. I don't know what point she was trying to make, or I think it was more of a defense for like. It's been out there that Danielle she's been saying someone's name.
Danielle did not. I mean, to be fair to her, Danielle did not go and try to fix it like she just. If Danielle was going to fix it, she would have gone to Brittany and said, "Hey, I know I said this, but I actually misunderstood what was said, and I just realized that I'm sorry."
Yeah. That she honestly, yeah.
Didn't happen.
But no, Carolyn's like, oh, I wish I could do a good impression of her. She is hold up. Oh my god, I saw it on Twitter, and she really is the no Chick-fil-A sauce girl.
Oh, you know what scared me more of this game? Like the one thing that scared me the most of all of them was not the fact that it was the fact that Dolores, as cool, calm, and collected as she went in there and was basically like, "Fuck you, Tom Sandoval," without raising her voice, without taking it there, because we're used to her with veins bulging out of her fucking forehead going. And for her to be like, just like I'm like, oh, that bitch, she will slit your fucking throat in the dark and not even think fucking twice about like, I got chills going all up and down my side. I was like, God damn, bitch.
But she speaks with conviction. She's like, what did she say? Yeah, Wes is clearly being used as the scapegoat around here. But I did like this. She's like, I don't fit in with people, but I found an ally in Danielle. I've had multiple people say, you said my name and you're spreading lies. But this Brittany jumping in and being like, she's like, so that was me. And I'm like, oh, okay.
I know you.
But that would, but
he keeps jumping back and forth, and then Derek keeps like, okay, this isn't going anywhere, and that's just not. He keeps trying to reel them back in. It's like, Daddy, the kids are playing in the grocery store, and Daddy's trying to get him to come back, and he's like, no, come back,
come on. And then Carolyn says, this, I loved it. This, because this was from the preview. You're all trying to get Wes out. He doesn't cause chaos. It's you, Danielle. Like, say it with your chest, baby.
It's you, Danielle.
But I appreciated Derek too. Like, at the end of all of that, Derek is like, oh no, I'm getting the last word in. He's like, we will all be stupid to vote out Wes because he irritates us. I'm voting for you, Rob. And then did you catch? I didn't catch it until this time, but like Derek even like signals to Dylan, like to banish Rob. He's like, no, it's Rob. And then Brittany straight up says, Dylan. I'm like, oh. Okay, so I have the vote.
You also catch it that he didn't know it, but Wes accurately did say and call out what happened that made Rob turn on Bob.
Yeah, Derek and Wes were the reads
in fucking air.
It's absolute facts.
I mean, what facts? Like, but the fact that he pulled that out, now I feel like it's probably gonna fuck with Boston Rob going into the night. Like, how the fuck did he know that? How the fuck, you know?
Well, also, did you see for the preview that the next murder is going to be done face to face?
Yep.
God, could you imagine? It's like this whole big like scene, and they just like murder Sam.
I don't think they're going to murder. I don't think they're going to go after Sam. I don't think they're going to go after Tom. There's nothing happening there. It's just, you know, I think they're going to try to go after someone who is, you know, saying shit.
I mean, hell, if Boston Rob has the balls, I'd be like, hey, I'm not risking this again. He's gone.
Honestly, I don't know that they would. Oh,
that'd be way too obvious. But
I hate to say it, but God, what if they went after someone that's, has made it Dolores?
Oh no. Oh no.
No one else, like they don't really know anyone else that they could. That's just going to depend on who is in that last group that does not. They're not sure who has the shield.
But I think that they know they could get away with like swaying Dolores. I hope. Oh God, I can't even think of who's left.
There's names here, people who could possibly have the shield out of all of the one. It is strange trying to think. Dolores, Derek, Brittany, Sam, and Chriselle. So that
Dolores, Derek, Brittany, Sam, Chriselle.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's not all of them.
It's not all of them, but that group, they're not sure who has the shield in that group. So do they go for someone who they know is safe, or do they take a gamble and go for someone that they don't know?
Well, maybe there's not enough time and we would have seen it, because I would have someone could have come to, like, if they wanted to, well, I guess they don't know who the traitors are, so they wouldn't know who to come to with information of like who got the shields or not.
Yeah.
But okay, that's kind of good. That's good to hear, because if they don't want to chance it.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
I'm hoping that they won't chance it then. And wait, Sam was in that too?
Yep.
Maybe he wins it. That's why they didn't even show it.
Yep. I don't see though, out of Dolores, Derek, Brittany, Sam, Chriselle, I feel like Derek's going to be the one that's going to try to take the shield. You know, because out of all of those, he's going to be the biggest.
Yeah.
And remember, Derek also said he's not going to feel safe about completely going after Boston Rob unless he's got that shield.
That's a good point. That would make a lot of sense of why he was able to come down on him so hard. And oh man, it would be really good TV if he just happens to like, because that would be exactly what happened with Dan last season. Like, he wouldn't listen to Parvati, but she's like, no, that's too much. Like, that's right there on the open. We don't take the risk. Oh, that'd be good TV.
If Derek doesn't have the shield, if I was a traitor, I would go ahead and kill Derek anyway, because I'm going to get it done. Because then I would, if I was a faithful, I would look at it and say, well, Boston Rob wouldn't turn around and go right after Derek. The traitor,
like he wouldn't go after, just like he wouldn't go after Bob the drag queen, because he's like, it's like that would be too easy. Like they're double thinking it, and it's just like, no, it's right there in your face.
So I mean, honestly, if Derek does not have a shield, I feel like he's in danger. But if they're smart, they're not going to risk it, and they're going to go after somebody in one of the other groups who they know where the shield lies.
Oh, I feel like they've got to risk it no matter what. Honestly, I feel like they need to get rid of him. Like, he's leading that pack. But it's gonna it's got to at least be. How about this? I guarantee you, then, if they're not doing that, it's got to be someone who voted for Rob. It has to be. They would only. I feel like they could. That's the logical thing to do. If that's the case, the only options would be Gabby, Derek, Tom, because the only other votes were Danielle and Wes.
She voted for Carolyn, Dylan. And I just thought about this. So who's the? Okay, so it was just Carolyn and who was the other one?
Carolyn did Danielle.
It's Carolyn and Dolores. So they were the two wonky votes.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wonder if they don't then. What if they go after Dolores? They're like, okay, we were all on board to try to get someone out who we thought was a traitor, and you're the only person. Like Danielle,
that would be a reason for that would be. I think that's honestly like a reasonable. I mean, that's pretty reasonable to me. I mean, like, we don't have time to think.
Carolyn voted for Danielle, but everybody else, it was either Wes or Rob, except for Dolores. Dolores is the one person that just did Tom. Well, we get you said he's saying your name at the beginning. We get that, but it's very sus when everyone else is going after these two people. Yeah, at this point, they're so desperate that they're looking for any little thing that anybody did that's not.
Yeah. Okay, so Brittany, I loved this. God, but it was just like, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about the situation, because Brittany her read is off, but I love that she pulls Derek aside. She was like, "Can I yell at you real quick?" She goes, "Why are you a dirty scumbag liar?" It's like, am I a dirty scumbag liar? It's like, why? He was like, "Why am I a dirty scumbag liar?" It's like, because I came to you and you said you're leading the charge against Boston Rob, and you said no. But he says, like, she's hanging out with Rob a lot, and Brittany says, "I don't think Rob is a traitor," and Derek says, "Well, maybe you're a traitor. You're a fucking traitor, bitch." I'm like, Derek's getting a little sassy.
I wonder, did she then say, "Well, I think Danielle's a traitor"?
I don't think she wanted to get that out there. I think she's protecting Danielle's.
But honestly, she might have to. They may have to be containing it. Like, she may have to get it out there to him. Like, because
she might.
Derek's like a dog with a bone. Or he like a straight boy that's drunk and wants some puss. He's gonna try
to. Brittany was like, she said, he point blank lied in my face, but he's mad at me. What kind of man logic is this? Read him, sis.
Girl, that's typical man logic.
Okay, transition to the turret. This might have been one of my favorite scenes. Like, that was the most awkward shit I've ever seen. Silence, just like silence. And like this was literally the Spider-Man meme. I swear, like where there's 3 Spider-Mans pointing at each other. Like Carolyn voted for Danielle, then Danielle voted for Rob. Like what? That was dysfunctional.
What's
family.
happening? We are supposed to be a family. So I don't know about you, but from where I come from, this is normal behavior for family. Like,
right? Oh my god, I was so gagged when Danielle says, I did not say your name today. I did not, I swear. That was yesterday.
oh, Sophie Dovey's right.
What?
We still haven't seen Danielle at the round table with that weird hat talking down to somebody. She did not wear that.
We've seen a weird. Have we not? She's got a couple of weird hats.
But I know, but she didn't have showed the time before last. It showed Danielle fighting back, and it says, so I'm thinking they're using future clips to like try to bait us into thinking something's happening.
Okay.
Come on, shady editing.
Danielle says, you did bring Brittany's name up. You brought it up to kill her. That's what I meant. I'm like, but this was so funny. Carolyn's like, there's silence. She says, so I'll just let her know that happened in the turret. She's like, come on, girl, you can't be serious. But like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, say it like that.
I would. Girl.
But then Rob says, I don't know what to do. I don't. And this was my I know we got this in the preview, but I loved it. She goes, we just got to go after Danielle. With her fucking evil smile. That grin. That was such an like. I'm like, put Carolyn in the House of Villains.
You know what? I'm gonna give her some props here. I don't like Survivor because it's too much. I can't.
It's too corny for me.
But her on this season of the Traitors makes me want to go and watch her season of Survivor just to like get me some more Carolyn. Like,
I think I will because I skipped that season. I only watch one season of Survivor a year. Like there's 2, I only watched one.
Yeah, I don't think I've watched. What are we on? Survivor 86.
I think the next one coming up is 48.
I think the last one I watched was the very first, Blood versus Water or something like where their family members came on and they played against family members. That's the last one I've watched.
Oh, that was a minute ago.
Yeah.
Sophie, absolutely not. That was not Danielle's grin. That was Carolyn grinning, and Danielle looked scared shitless. She literally went, I saw every wrinkle she had. Like,
yes, but Danielle also has that Danielle grin where she's just like, I don't give a fuck.
I don't think it did not look like that was the vibe she was giving off. It was like, I don't think she was ready for Carolyn to just go at her.
But no, I think Danielle did give a grin at the end because I think it was more like Carolyn's looking at her and she's like looking like, bring it, bitch.
Oh yeah. I think you're right. There what? Yeah, well, okay, let's go.
So we got the Carolyn and we got the Danielle, and they're both grinning like evil bitches, and then Boss Rob's sitting in the middle. So, like, I don't know. Those two bitches are about to get. When you get 2 house cats fighting each other, they're gonna kill all the other.
You say house cats?
Yes.
The Real Housewives, the Real House Cats of Scotland. Let's pull up the draft.
Yes.
I know I have one person out at least right now, and
God damn, Frank. Well, I don't know. I take that back. Frank, poor Frank. He ain't lost nobody yet, but girl, it's coming.
Okay, so me and you have both lost 2. Oh, I didn't realize that neither of us didn't pick Traitors.
Not yet. I feel like that's coming. And I feel like, honestly, I feel like Derek is going to become a traitor. Like at some point, him or Brittany. I feel like Brittany's less though because there's just too much heat against her. But if anybody got traitor on yours, I feel like it might be. Yeah, I know, right? I'm trying to figure out how. Oh, no. Let me see if I can edit this really quick.
Wait, let's see. How many people do I? 4. Well, yeah, me, you, and Frank all have 4 people left in one way or another.
Yeah. I don't know. I gotta take that off because that's getting on my nerves.
So then, wait, what were okay? I'm trying to remember what our predictions were for last time.
Oh, here it is. You're a person. Sierra. Like, I feel like she could be a good traitor because no one suspects. People would think that she's a.
I think they were thinking she was a traitor. Like last episode.
Oh, yeah. She got one. So I mean, but at this point, who hasn't said one person said it's a traitor?
But also, though, if anything, I feel like the move is to recruit a traitor that people think is a traitor.
But you know what? I want to start some shit here right now.
Start some shit.
I want an apology from Ben and Sophie motherfucking Dophie for saying on episode 1 that Mackenzie had the worst fucking draft picks. No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. Who had the best? Stevens had the best so far because until this week, he had nobody on his list gone. But
yeah. Damn, I got 2 gone in one episode. Wow.
You and I didn't have anyone gone until like a couple of episodes.
Wow. And then Josh was hanging on with Carolyn.
You know, and when he was picking some of his people, I was like, oh, I wouldn't pick that person. But I'm like, you wanted them. You got them.
You got him, says.
Girl.
What were I'm trying to remember what our predictions were for this week last time. I don't think it was Bob H or Wes. We thought that
Bob H or Wes was not even on. I think we were thinking Boston Rob, and they were thinking maybe.
We thought it was one of the traitors.
We thought maybe Derek would get murdered, or maybe Boston Rob would be out, and I don't think.
Yeah. We both had different ones, but yeah, one of them was. I think yours was murdered. Ivar.
Yeah, that's it. Murdered Ivar, banished Rob.
I think mine was murder Sam, banish Danielle.
Yes, yours was.
So didn't get any of that. Okay, right. Next week's more like predictions for 2 days from now. Oh gosh.
If Derek does not have the shield, I feel like they're going to try to swing at Derek just because he did too much and stirs too much. I feel like they're going to swing at Derek to try to get that. If they get him, great. I'm feeling like he has the shield because he said several times, I'm not going to feel confident going into doing this tonight unless I have that shield in my back pocket.
Yeah, that was way too much of a risk for him. He would not do that if it wasn't.
For simple fact of good TV, I want to see them go after Derek, and I want to see them miss, and I want to see it bite them in the ass. But I don't feel like Derek is going to be able to, because he had. So yeah, out of all of those, he has Whitney. He has to flip. He has to get Chriselle, Sierra.
See, that's Dylan. The thing, though. I think he could get people to flip
get some of them, but I don't know that he can get all of them because I feel like Brittany may have a target on her back. Because he said some stuff to Brittany, and they're if they get into it, we also don't know the aftermath that's going to happen from Carolyn and Danielle going after each other. Like there could be collateral fallout from that, just from the next challenge.
I think it might be. I think it might be time for Boston.
I don't think Boston Rob will be the next to go because I think they're going to need a moment to collect. They may have to go after one other person and be like, see, we failed again. Let's try Boston Rob. I feel like he may be safe for one more round. If not, they may get him out. But if not, it's going to be one more round.
They could get Danielle out. They could try to lead a charge on that. Because anything later than like next episode to recruit a traitor, it needs to happen. Like it needs to hurry up and happen.
Yeah.
Like it's like I don't want there to be a traitor for like 2 weeks. Like a new traitor. Like absolutely not. Because then it's like, well, there's nothing like I don't think they deserve like I feel like that should be tweaked a little bit one way or another. I don't know how, but it's just like I'm like, you don't deserve to win if you only murdered 2 people.
Yeah, I feel like if you have there needs to be stipulations to make it a little bit more fair gameplay. for the traitors to be able to successfully recruit another traitor, if they have to have like evaded, suspicion, or like there needs to be like almost like a point and ranking system of like, okay, you got called out at a round table, so it's like, I don't know how that would really work, like realistically in real time, but it's like, you've gone on, you've avoided suspicion, you've like you've done this, or you click, so now you get to recruit an extra person.
You get, yeah. You're right. It's just, like not Brandy.
So if you said next season they should have some sort of twist regarding the faithful. Honestly,
Faithfuls need something more to do.
I think they just need to up the ante on the shields, have fewer shields, and have more where they're going to have to sacrifice actual hard-earned money for that. Because that's when you're going to start to see friction when they don't have as big of a prize pot and they're getting more towards the end. And these people are going and being selfish and taking everybody down to get a shield.
Well, honestly, the checks they get for doing Traitors is so big. They're probably like, they probably already got paid more than it would be.
Even if you got paid, who wants to go on a competition show to win $30,000 at the end?
That ain't shit after taxes.
So, think about it. So, honestly, they're going to want to win as much money as they can. But let's say you and I were on there and we're playing, and I blow our entire team just so I can get a shield, and the rest of you are fucked, and there's no money. Like, at some point, that's going to start like a bunch of petty drama. Don't have as many shields. Don't let half the cast be safe with shields.
That was not okay on like the first episode for how that shieldness worked. Absolutely not.
Yeah. And honestly, I could do with less challenges like the clown house and things like that. Like, bring back the shack. I like the shack. I enjoyed the church.
It'll come, but I think that's like an episode 8 or something.
Yeah, I need more. I like the woods, and they're having to run through the stuff. Like, we need more challenges like that, physical challenges, because watching some of these people do these challenges and being physical when they're like, you should be sitting in the castle, it's just hilarious.
Oh my gosh. Like with John and his inhaler last season. Well, I think
who do you think has absolutely zero chance of going home?
I don't think anyone really has a 0% chance unless they're a traitor. I don't think I could. I don't.
Or less than 10% chance.
See, I keep wanting to say Sam or Ivar, but it's like they haven't done it yet. I don't even think they will.
That's agreed. They haven't done nothing. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, being at the bottom of the barrel is like working this season. Like,
but also like
that's going to be a problem. They're going to get to the end,
and they're going to be like, these people are clearly traitors. Hello. Like, these guys, they're not.
It's going to be very interesting. I do like the new rule, though, where we're going to get to the very final the last banishment, and we're not going to know if that person was a faithful or a traitor. So that's going to be very interesting how that fucks with people's heads going into that final circle.
Yeah, well, unless they just bring those bozos to the end, and it will just go right over their head.
Well. And if that happens, then good for them. Maybe that'll make people on next time and be a little bit more mindful of how they're playing and, doing shit. Boston Rob, I'm looking at you.
Well, I think we can wrap it up. It was a good episode. If they're gonna murder someone in plain sight, face to face, I mean. No, fuck it. Go ahead and get rid of Sam and Ivar. Get rid of Sam and Ivar.
They do it, and I hope Carolyn's the one that pulls the knife and just says,
I wonder how the murder is going to be. Like, if it's going to be something treacherous.
Probably not. It's probably just going to be something cheesy.
I don't know. I don't think of Traitors as cheesy.
I really don't either. But
but it's not. It's not like.
Whenever they recruited Kate, that's a little cheesy.
It was a little bit. I liked it though.
Yeah. But campy cheesy. I'm good with campy cheesy. They're campy. Campy's always okay.
Mm-hmm. But to everyone watching, be sure you smash that like on your way out. Subscribe. We will be back on a Thursday. I think we might be able to try it a little bit earlier, like around 10:15 p.m. Eastern, right after the episode ends. But
y'all can all go and blow up Josh and
yes.
Frank. And hold up, while we're at it, yep, there we go.
This is where you can find it.
And say, get your ass on the Castrated Queens on Thursday night. Don't be a pussy.
Yeah. So make sure you at him. There's his credentials. Where can everyone find you?
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at KenzieJoe205 or Twitter at Kenzie_reality. I guess I can say on Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky.
Blue Sky.
Y'all
know where to find me. Instagram at Reginald George. Twitter at Was Really Good 1. But thank you for joining us. And to all, a mirthful, treacherous night. See you at breakfast.